Hey guys, welcome to Bullshittin with Jesse and the Bunch. Tonight we have Shonsky and Marley in the building. Gonna be talking about the upcoming Chris Webby tour you guys got. That's gonna be fucking awesome, I imagine.
Definitely looking forward to that one.
So, where you guys going on tour exactly?
So the first tour stop is in St. Louis.
Hell yeah!
Actually, what is it, like 10 days away? Sunday, April 16th. Yeah, it starts there. So we go from there. Two shows in Colorado.
Greeley, Colorado.
Yeah, and
then
the
Denver
show's gonna
420.
be crazy. That
Denver 420, bro. You know that's gonna be
that's gonna be
super
lit, no
wild.
pun
Oh,
intended.
that's gonna be
I think
insane.
Bro, that's a stoner's dream come true, ain't it?
yeah, I think it's just like Webby's 9th annual, so like that show always sells out. So definitely look forward.
And I
to
heard
that.
the venue was dope.
Yeah,
I heard the venue was really dope.
yeah, it's like a ballroom or something.
Yeah, I heard
It's
it was crazy.
in there.
Yeah.
From there, we go to Wyoming for a show, then two in Montana, and then one in Spokane, Washington, and then we hit Canada for 15.
Canada for 15 stops.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah,
Have you
it's gonna be
been to Canada before?
I have not. I've been up to Niagara Falls, but on the U.S. side of it. But
Yeah.
never crossed over.
Yeah, I imagine it's. I feel like it's like a whole different world up there. Even though like we're so close and a lot of stuff probably isn't too different. I don't know. I just every time someone tells me that they've gone to Canada or something, it's like they make it sound like it's just so much better
I think anything
entertainment wise.
I think anything that's different is better though, right? Like
Yeah.
you know, like people who live in LA, like that's normal as hell, but people who don't live in LA, like, yo, I can't wait to get to LA or whatever. I think that's just like natural human nature is to, long for what you don't have.
The grass is greener type situation.
Yeah, because Canada, they probably think America's hella lit. Like, oh yeah, I gotta get to New York.
I don't know. A lot of Canadians probably think we're idiots.
No, they probably want to go to like New York, LA type.
Where I work, there's a lot of people from other countries that come to work. That's a big part of the staffing there.
Yeah.
And that's always the reaction that I typically get. Also, people like my
grass
coworkers
is
that I'll
greener
talk to
type.
be like, yeah, came here because it was cooler
Yeah.
in my mind.
Yeah.
Then I got here and it's like
It's regular.
damn,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think
That's
too. But
tough.
I mean, Canada probably is like a different world to a certain degree because it is just different vibes, different. Like, it's a different country for sure.
I imagine everybody got to be super happy up there. I mean, free
'Cause
healthcare and
weed's
shit.
legal, free
Yeah.
healthcare, yeah.
I mean, like nobody's really out there pissed about like medical bills. You know, like people are just like angry at life because of medical bills. It's unreal.
But that stuff does get to you. Bro.
Yeah.
I guess there are a couple sketchy stops along the way. Webby just did a live recently talking about each one of them, and I want to say he said Vancouver specifically. Like people are out there openly doing like heroin outside the venue, and like
Yeah,
I
like-
guess it's pretty like
Wow.
Jesse said, "Yeah."
It's crazy. Like some cities in
Oh, they
Canada
they
and in the
decriminalize it.
U.S. It's like
New Amsterdam. You familiar with that?
in Canada, yeah, definitely. I know they like decriminalize some stuff, but even like in America, they'll have like safe havens for them.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, if you're gonna shoot up, then
Yeah.
it's like what?
I mean, I get the concept of it. Like the concept is, if you take away the black market, then you take away the black market. Right?
Yeah, but look at how we were raised, man.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have flying.
No.
Our dads would have been out the car beating someone's ass. They'd have been trying to shoot up on a sidewalk somewhere.
Oh, for sure. It was a different time, bro. It was a different time. Not saying that I agree that they should be legalizing heroin. I don't think. I mean, I understand.
just-
I understand the concept. I understand the idea, the theory behind it.
It's just crazy to me how like we have hit a point in society where it's like if you say that for lack of a better term, like heroin addicts, if you say heroin addicts' lives matter. Like they should. If you say something like that long enough,
It becomes a thing.
somehow
It becomes a thing.
they gain something. It's like that is insane to me.
No, it's power in speech though, right? It's power in words. Like if you say anything long enough, like you're gonna add some credence to it.
But it's
I
like
think
we got full blown crack houses out here now that is like it's legal. It's a legal crack house because crackheads deserve a place to go smoke crack.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like,
God bless America. CBA.
we need to just get free studios put up all over the place. But
Damn, that's what I'm talking
musicians
about.
need fucking free
Yeah,
studios.
use
What
it for
the hell?
good, right? Let's flip it on its head. I like that. But yeah, no, the tour is definitely going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to all of the dates. Sean was nice enough to invite me along with him. We did a show for Webby at Mr. Smalls. What was that, last year? It was COVID time. It was crazy, bro. Like neither one of us got our shots. We don't do that shit. We neither one of us got our shots, and it was super crazy. Just like all the stuff you had to go through, like just to get in the show.
You can pull that cord some more if you're.
I don't
Yeah, both of them.
watch me unplug. You see,
Yeah, it's
tight.
just the way that it's in there.
Tight. Yeah.
But yeah, that show was super crazy. We had to do all this testing on site. Had to bring in tests, but
Take it off real quick.
Yeah.
My bad.
I'll take it off.
It was caught underneath of the table. There you go.
Oh, okay. That's much better.
I was gonna say I knew them things is longer.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about all that testing.
Yeah, we had to do all this testing and like all this stuff, and I guess Webby ain't really with that.
No, I definitely connect with him based off that.
But yeah, the show was packed, bro. Even with all that being said, like the show was packed. There were mad people there. Like I gained some fans and followers off that. Like it was a real good vibe. And Webby, like Sean did a song Juiced Up with Webby that same day at ID Labs. Webby and Annoyed and Echo and all those guys came through to the studio. And Webby did his verse to the joint, which was crazy. If you guys haven't heard that song, definitely check that out. Juiced Up, Sean Ski.
And if you got it on your phone here in a little bit, we'll let you play it.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely. Hell yeah. But yeah, so they came that day and they were super cool. We were kicking it with them. His manager was there. You know, they had a good time. They got to go to ID Labs for the first time. I know a lot of those guys were Big Mac fans and stuff like that. So that was cool to them too, that they got a chance to go there and record it. It was definitely a good vibe.
Yeah, I got a question. I mean, it kind of for both ends because I know you guys both have like in the music industry ran together for a long time. What's it like being around like all of these bigger like artists? Like, you know, I know you guys have been around Wiz probably a good bit, Mac, Webby. Like, you know, what's it like seeing their are your guys' work ethics like as far as the music goes? Do they seem very similar? Like, are there things that you guys can relate to, or are there things that you guys was able to pick up from them
I'll let you answer
to
that.
better your situation?
Yeah, I'd say dating back to when I first started recording at ID Labs, like and meeting Wiz, just seeing his work ethic every day was just something really, that I really respected, and just seeing like, anytime I came to the studio, he was there. He was always locked in. So
Yeah, because I imagine like seeing someone else's grind from the outside is like, you know, you might see things that you could be doing better on that you thought you were doing good, but it's like, damn, man, compared to him, I'm doing small potatoes right now. And then it probably gives you more motivation to find that extra time to do the more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's like he said, it's just saying like the work ethic of these guys, like they don't take breaks. You know, they're either recording music or they're touring, they're doing something always to go towards their craft. And you're definitely right about that. Like he said, seeing Wiz in the studio all the time, Mac in the studio all the time, all these guys always recording. And it's definitely inspiring. You know, I mean, if you're looking at it from the right perspective, it's definitely inspiring to see. And it was inspiring to see his rise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To see where he's
you guys
at now.
were around
Yeah,
for
bro,
all
like,
of it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
before, like I was watching Bel Air, and on the show they played like a Wiz song. I'm like, this is crazy, bro. Like they're legit just playing a Wiz song, and you know what I mean? Like to see like he's Wiz now. You know what I mean? Like, and that lets you know that anything's possible, bro.
I wish he'd bring back an old school Wiz mixtape or something.
No,
Old school
He's not going to do it. It's
was.
funny because you hear art, you say that to an artist, they're like, well, just listen to the old stuff. If you want to hear the old stuff. That's always the
I mean,
reaction.
I like his new stuff. It's just
Yeah. No, I feel you. I'm
something
definitely
about
nostalgic
old
for it
school
too.
bar spitting Wiz
oh,
like
Oh
that
no,
was
I
I
love
just.
it,
always, I
bro.
always say that Prince of the
City
City too.
too. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. That's my favorite.
I think so when I recorded my collab song with him, it was the same day. I remember leaving the studio. He was releasing the song "Make It Hot," which was the follow up to "Say Yeah" when he was still on Warner Brothers at the time. So that always sticks out. But like he said, seeing his rise from mixtape to mixtape, like he'd get a little bigger each mixtape, and just watch that slow, that elevation. Like compared to Mac, it was a little bit different. Like Mac kind
Yeah,
of like took. Not saying, I mean, he definitely put in the work, of course, but
he kind of
he
like
he took off
caught.
more. Like
Yeah, he
super
caught the
hyper
wave at the
fast.
perfect time. It
Yeah.
was like coming up right off of Wiz getting big. People had eyes on Pittsburgh, and
Hmm.
then Rostrum Records coming around and
Hmm.
everything. It was like a perfect mix.
Perfect storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for his success to take off, he just had to give the right
And
product.
Mac's just super talented, crazy. Let's not
Oh
take
yeah,
anything away from that. Mac's an incredibly talented individual. If you hear him, and just and like once again work ethic. Like Mac had so much music done, before we even knew who Mac was. Like he was already making a name for himself. And one thing I'll say about Mac, like I've been on show bills with Mac. Like he was one of those guys that really grinded. Like
yeah.
he was doing what's the freestyle cipher joints?
The
Rhyme cows. He was doing rhyme
yeah.
calisthenics and things like that. I mean, even when he was on his come up, and you don't really got to do that. Like we were talking about showcases earlier. It's like that's kind of a form of a showcase. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
and he was still doing the stuff that he was still grinding on top of the stuff that we're talking about. So it was definitely a perfect combination of things, and much credit to what Mac did because he also produced.
Yeah,
He just did everything. Dude was super crazy, talented.
yeah. I hung out with him a little bit here and there through Tree J, and if you know, I know him as Tip, but he's Palermo Stone
Yeah,
now.
Palermo Stone,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
that's my man.
Yeah.
Like, I'd hang out with them a lot. Uh, but yeah, it was just wild seeing like how quickly he blew up, but he was putting out the perfect stuff at the time.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you talk to some people about Mac, like that's their college days or their high school days. Like they specifically remember them for that sound. But hell yeah, man, it's cool being around around those people and those things. And I mean, hopefully this is, you know, people will talk about us in those same regards. Like, damn, you guys were around growing them. Like that's crazy.
Wait another like 5 years when we do a follow up interview and it's
Yeah.
totally different and we're in Cali or something
Oh, for sure,
crazy.
for sure. Maybe we'll do a Denver 420 podcast. Huh?
Or
That'd be straight.
I ain't gonna say nothing else because I forgot that the special announcement wasn't announced yet, so I can't say.
For sure, yeah, for sure. But yeah.
So what so you said you only did the one show with Webby so far.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Mr. Small show, and that was probably, uh, I would say, first or second, like best, most engaged,
Oh yeah,
show.
yeah, for sure.
Like everyone arrived early, and just really into it. Although of course they wouldn't, the majority wouldn't know my music yet,
Yeah.
but they were really engaged, and
That's always
that
the
was
best.
yeah, that was just I
Well,
made so many
Oh, the meet
new
and greet
fans
was
that way.
crazy. Yeah.
I've seen so many artists like you've never heard of them or anything, and then they start spitting, and you're like, you just gained a new fucking fan today, pal. Because sign me up
Right.
for it. You see the whole crowd engaged in it, and you're like, yeah, this dude. If anything, the crowd just made this dude's night.
Yeah.
Like you know, what I mean,
For
just
sure.
thankful that like you're getting the
Oh,
respect
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. For sure.
that like you deserve for your craft. Um,
Yeah, between that show and the Freddie Gibbs show, I would say it's
Oh, Freddie Gibbs was crazy.
yeah, that was another thing I was gonna ask you was outside of the Pittsburgh scene and Webby, what were some other big names that you have been graced to bless the stage together with?
yeah, that Freddie Gibbs show at Foxtel was pretty crazy.
Yeah. That
I
was.
mean, just seeing him, like, knowing of him at the time, and knowing that he was double XL freshman, but not knowing that he had that like core fan base like that, and like
Not being really
Yeah.
familiar
Yeah.
with his catalog like that.
yeah, and it was packed, and
You talk
you know,
about gaining a fan, bro. I became a big Freddie Gibbs fan
Mhm.
after that show.
Yeah,
bro.
'cause he was like heavy in the streets before he even started like rapping or anything.
And
So
he's got Pittsburgh ties too.
yeah, so
Crazy enough.
crazy story I can't really say too much on here, but long story short, my buddies ended up meeting a lot of Freddie Gibbs's people. Like they're from Pittsburgh. They ended up in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
Like so it was just wild how like
Yeah, bro's got
they
a
were
lot of
sketched
Pittsburgh.
out the whole time. They're on the phone talking to me, and I'm like, bro, listen, just if you think something's weird, roll out,
Yeah.
but just go with it. Because if it is real, this is Freddie Gibbs's people. Like,
Yeah.
why would you not want to fucking link
Why
up with
wouldn't you want to
them?
work that out? Yeah, no, that was a crazy show. A real good crowd engagement in that one.
Yeah.
Quest and Beatty performed at that one, which was super dope.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, that was a good time. We did a camp. We did opened up for Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron.
That was dope.
Hell yeah.
Way back in the day, Young Buck.
Young Buck. Yeah, that was like the catalyst to a lot of stuff for real.
I bet that one was probably wild too, though.
That was crazy.
It was right as he was beefing with 50.
Yeah,
The
because I was
first
gonna say
time,
like
so-
depending on the gen,
Yeah.
like the era of it.
Yeah, no, that a lot of shows, bro. Like a lot of shows like that, bro. I can't even think of them all, but yeah, we've been fortunate, man.
That's awesome.
We've
Crazy Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah,
Riff Raff show was
yeah, of course, Riff.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Riff has to bring a crowd. Like he's just such an eccentric and wild person. There's no way you.
Riff's hard, man. Riff Raff's hard, bro. Jody
Some-
High Roller.
Some of his stuff is good. Some.
Riff Raff's
Um,
hard, bro. I stand on that. Riff Raff's hard. No, I mean, no, I get it. I get like all of it. It's not for everybody all the time.
but he
like,
sometimes be coming up with the most off the wall
bro,
stuff.
some of that shit hard.
I'm the purple.
Oh yeah, how you mix the colors.
Yeah,
with
purple
the
panda with the
animals,
banana
yeah.
berry. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell are you trying to say right now?
Yeah, bro, definitely come up with some shit for you. Neon, yeah, neon, purple, orange, indigo. It don't matter. Something. But yeah, no, that was a dope show too. Yeah, I don't know, bro. A lot of stuff for sure.
All right, one thing I want to ask you definitely because we've already asked you about this before. How did you come about your musical career? What started it? What was the beginning? And did you ever think it would end up where it is, or was it a passion that you like knew you were gonna like just follow till it did do something? Because some people just stumble into it.
Yeah, I would say just the passion, just as a music fan in general, like from a very young age, just the way it made me, feel and everything, and then to when, even like at a really young age, like 6, 7 years old, like having like with the plastic toy guitars, like pretending I'm having shows off the porch and stuff like that. But yeah, just as I went through my life, I'm into all kinds of genres. So it's like whatever I was into at the time, I always imagined myself in that light. But it started out just really being heavily into writing. And then I would say when Kanye West came and dropped the College Dropout, like that, like changed a lot for me. Because it's just at the time,
Hip hop had that edge.
yeah, it's like more like you almost like needed like some kind of like street credibility or something to like break through at the time. Not saying you didn't have your Most Defs or
Right.
Talib Kweli's, but like
They
especially on
weren't
that,
in the mainstream. Like
yeah,
Kanye
to get on
was,
that
yeah.
level, like
That's fair.
Kanye just opened up like
And his content
that
was
for me.
different, right?
Yeah, different, like for everything, just
Like he was socially conscious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made it a lot better for lyrical rappers to do something and not so
Well,
much like
not even lyrical, but just you don't have to be gangster to be cool.
yeah.
yeah,
You know
to
what I
be
mean?
on top.
He
right?
made it possible for us to have Kid Cudis and Drakes and stuff like that.
yeah,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like, he birthed that whole genre, and I could see how that would probably even appeal as like as a white MC too.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
like you know what I mean? Like you might not have a gangster background or whatever, but you might want to tell a story
Yeah,
at the same time. Like your story's relevant too. You feel me?
yeah.
So I definitely I can get that.
Yeah, just different just complete different subject matter,
Mhm.
just so I went like from just writing like a lot of, I guess, back then, like even being into the more like street hip hop, like even if I was like writing lines in that regard, um I always knew it was just messing around.
Yeah, it didn't feel
I would
authentic.
I would never put out anything that wasn't me. So it was
Right. Yeah.
almost just kind of like messing around. But it was like Kanye that gave me that, like, like just seeing that different subject matter. It's like, whoa, like,
Yeah.
whoa, that, like he just gave me that sort of like vision that I could, write more.
Yeah, it's awesome to see
Yeah,
you're versatile, even if you don't plan on putting those genres out.
yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure it helps you just as a writer, even in the genre that you're in now, because, trying to write a whole different genre and then it works out. It's like, oh, damn, okay, so now I can, whether the lyrics would fit or not, like flow patterns,
Hmm.
styles, like you can incorporate that into the genre you do use.
Hmm. Absolutely.
That's a couple big things I always tell people starting out when they say they want to start a musical career. If you want to be a rapper or a hip hop artist, thesaurus, dictionary, like it, because a, a lot of people don't have that big,
Vocabulary.
yeah, vocabulary
Hmm.
to put
They don't
these
have words like
metaphors
that.
and similes and shit out. And it's
Hmm.
like, you, as a career, you're gonna put out possibly thousands of songs, bro. You got to make sure you're not gonna keep saying
The same
the
thing
same,
over
yeah,
and
the
over
same
again.
shit. You might say it in a different way, but you're gonna be saying the same shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, and writing is important too, right? Like you hear about a lot of artists and writers who go through writing camps where they have to
Hmm.
constantly. Who's that writer that you like a lot that was talking about that?
Maybe John Bellion,
Yeah,
maybe.
John Bellion. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you hear these guys going through different writing camps, and that's dope. I remember y'all going
What's
through.
up?
That's not.
That's Shane Ken Love.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Um, a lot of these different artists go through writing camps and things like that where you're just constantly writing and writing and writing and writing. And once you do that so long, like it becomes second nature to you. But it's like you do 10,000 hours of a thing, you become an expert in that thing.
Mhm.
It's kind of along the same lines as that, really.
Yeah, for me, music is always writing has always been therapeutic too. Like the two times where I've recorded a lot of material has both been after breakup, so it's like that's always been what I go to, for that. Like so.
So you think emotion often drives a lot of your
Oh yeah,
music?
I would say that's the majority. Not saying like I mean I like to be versatile. I got fun records like Juiced Up and Cash App with Hard on Fed,
Yeah, but
but
you
like
like to put your heart in it.
yeah, the majority is like real life substance.
Yeah, because
Introspective.
that's
Yeah.
the shit that is gonna pull people in to hear more than once. You know what I mean? Like the party songs and shit's fun for when you're
When
partying,
you're at the club, yeah,
but
you're
when
in that
you're
mood.
like when you're having a bad day or
Yeah,
like something ain't going your way, like there's them songs that like for the next 10 years I'll play this
yeah,
song
exactly.
probably 3 times a week when I'm feeling down, and this shit just hits that perfect way for
Yeah,
me.
Sean actually said that on his freestyle swagger like us. Lyricism stays and gimmicks always fade, and that's the real thing. If you think about it, like there's a whole bunch of artists that come up that have one hit. You know, what I mean that bangs, that one hit bangs at the time, but it really doesn't stay. You know, what I mean, like you said, you can't listen to that for years and years to come.
Right.
Like it's cool in that moment, but there's certain songs that you can just listen to for the rest of your life.
Hurricane Chris.
Hurricane, yeah, yeah. I mean, we can name a ton of those
Yeah,
guys, right? Trinidad James, you know what I mean? Like, we could definitely name guys like that have that one
poor
jam.
dude tried.
Yeah,
Trinidad
he
tried many
tried.
times to get
Yeah,
his
he
ass
tried.
back in,
He tried.
whether it be through sneaker shows or rapping, but
Yeah, that joint with Lil Dicky and Mystical too. Right?
yeah.
But yeah, no, but it's the stuff that resonates with you that makes you feel something that sticks with you for years to come. You know what I mean? That reminds you of something. Like we were talking about how Mac appealed to people like, oh, I remember going to school and listening like that.
Yeah.
It makes them feel something. It takes them to a place. And Sean's definitely that type of artist like that. Speaks to your like he's vulnerable. Like he reveals a lot of what he's going through, his life in that. And I never been that type of writer. You know what I mean? But kudos to the guys who can be that type of
Oh yeah, a
vulnerable.
lot of respect because you got to
Yeah,
pour your heart out when you start writing, whatever the subject is. You got to pour your heart out into it because it's got to be real. You want it to feel real, and B, once you start, you kind of don't. If you censor yourself, it's not.
Right.
It's not genuine no more. Now you're just trying to mold it to what you think people want to hear, and you might not want to reveal certain parts. And it's like, okay, well now they're not getting the whole story, and they might take away something that you didn't expect them to.
Yeah, those have always been like the artist bands that I've gravitated towards myself. Like like one of my favorite artists of all time, Leif Jennings. I actually have his first album tattooed on me, but
That's
like
awesome.
that album meant so much to me, and just a very vulnerable artist, and just definitely that's I'm into everything, but like like you said, those are the kind that really stick with you, whether songs or artists. Like
Yeah.
you don't even have to have a relevant hit song, but like those types of songs where you're really pouring your heart out like that sticks with people, and your fan base will stick around with you.
Yeah, that's when you gain the
Shout out Darian Harris. Definitely showing love.
that's when you gain the Tech Nine style following, where
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
no one might know
A
that
cult
you're
following.
like you might not be on too many big stages, or maybe you will, but
Jelly Roll's a good example of that, man.
yeah, but every time you drop something, there you have this huge cult following that's gonna buy it, and they're gonna you could do a small show or a huge show, and it's gonna be packed because these are the people that your music in ways saved them,
Yeah.
or made them change their way of life, or whatever, so they feel that why would I not show you changed my life, I'm going to show you as much support as I can. Motherfuckers will go over 2 countries to see someone like that.
100%.
You'll be surprised too with Webby. Like he's got really one of those loyal fan bases like that. Like, geez, like it's really special. Like seeing like the cult like fan base.
And that's another dope thing about the tour too, right? The fact that we're going to be on tour with him, and a lot of his fans, like, they see you with him, and they're like, "Yo, we want to know more about you now." You know what I mean? And that's a dope thing. Like I was one of those type of fans too. It's like, damn, my favorite artist, like one of my favorite artists was Eminem, and when Eminem signed 50, I wanted to know everything about 50 Cent, bro. Like I dug into his catalog.
Yeah,
like
it makes you wonder, like, what did my favorite artist see in you?
Yeah, but so that's another dope thing about that I'm looking forward to on this journey is seeing what we can create and what we can build, because I never been in those areas. Like you said, we're going in the Midwest mainly, Denver, Montana, Wyoming. Like I've never been in none of
Yes,
those
this
areas
is a
at all.
whole new experience for you. Have you traveled a lot?
I just went to the West Coast for the first time a couple summers ago, but like prior to that, no. Like me and my kids went a couple summers ago, but other than that, not really. I think the furthest west I had been was St. Louis, where we're starting at. But
So it's going to be a big journey for you
yeah,
too.
yeah. And just going off what Marley said, I was just talking to Webby's manager, shout out Chris Fury, and he was just telling me like, if you could get 10% of Webby's fan base, like you're gonna make great strides and like really building up your fan base. So definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to have a problem at all. I mean, you make amazing music.
Oh, good look,
I loved your cat logo design from what was it, Christmas show?
Thank you. Yeah, that's
his
my
all-time logo. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
That's probably
Hey,
gonna
he's
be my
about that
logo
life, bro.
forever.
Yeah,
That's about that
I fuck with it.
Hey, speaking of though, how hard is that graphic? You see, they got the cover of the joint
Yeah, we
behind
threw
it.
the
Oh,
flyer
yeah.
up.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
dope.
No, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that.
That's
was
this
good.
green
That was good.
screen
Yeah,
is
yeah. It's
the
crazy.
best investment I had so
Yeah.
far.
That's crazy. But yeah, no, the cat logo is definitely what he lives by.
Yeah, that's definitely me, authentic. So that's another thing I like. I like about it is that's actually my cat, the logo. So
That's why I like it. Is like I didn't know it was your cat,
yeah,
but I had speculation on that because it's like it's such a like you hear Shonsky and it's like nothing about that says cat.
Yeah.
I imagine
Yeah.
you
He's a
don't.
cool cat.
Yeah, I imagine you don't rap a lot about cats. So it's like seeing the logo is like,
There might be a
oh,
lane for
where?
it.
What the fuck?
There might be a lane for it.
What's the cat doing?
Yeah, cat rap.
Cat.
But yeah, that's I seen the logo and I was like, that's just such an awesome logo. Like because it's very well done and it's well like you made sure that it looks good.
Yeah,
Being
shout out to Mars Motions.
Yeah, Mars
does-
Motion.
Oh
does
yeah,
artwork.
shout out to
He's
Mars.
incredible.
It's not like cheesy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
It
not
looks
like
dope.
someone just threw a cat on a
Yeah,
shirt or
yeah,
something.
For sure.
But it's also just so left field from everything else about you. Not as a person, but you mean
Yeah,
like
yeah,
as your
yeah, yeah.
persona of like if someone just seen you as a rapper. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
makes no sense. But it's like that's what's so great about it is
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just so random.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything in that logo from the Pirate P hat, of course, and then you got the little Connorsville C in there, and
Yeah.
the cross earrings, a little bit of everything.
I know
Skis and-
I was gonna say I know the Christmas one even had skis. I don't know if that's all the
yeah,
time
that's
too.
that's all the
Yeah.
time. So like,
All right, so the how he was set up for the Christmas one, I'm pretty sure it was a Christmas show, wasn't
Yeah,
it? It's
that's
close
what it
to
was,
it, yeah. Is pretty much how it is all
Yeah,
the time.
yep,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that's I fuck with it.
Fire, yeah. Yeah. Get that merch too. You got that
Yeah.
that Shonsky merch. If you,
Lots of
Most
merch.
definitely.
Just
You
got
got-
a
you
lot
like
for
that cat.
got a lot for tour. Just
If you like
did a-
that cat.
What kind of merch you
Yeah.
got?
Did it, what's that?
What kind of merch you got?
Just did a huge order for tour, but we got the
Air
mint.
fresheners.
We got the mint shirts, which are always a big hit. The
For
mint and
real?
black shirts. We
That's
got
another one day we was talking about random tour items.
we got the hoodie. Just got some hoodies. What else? Hockey jerseys. I just got specifically for the Canada, run. We got the juiced up air fresheners.
Yep.
So it's me and Webby's
What
cover
up,
art
D-Phil?
for that. What else?
I'm
We
gonna have
got
to get
posters.
some
And the
air
juice and the juiced up one smell like orange juice, huh? You
Yeah.
like smell like orange.
That's
That's what it
fire.
If y'all haven't heard the juiced up song, it's super dope. It's got like a Sopranos theme to it. If y'all fans of the Sopranos, you definitely enjoy all the
Gonna say, I
Soprano
don't
references.
he smokes with
But yeah, anybody that's a fan of the Sopranos, I feel like even if they're not a hip hop fan, will like still appreciate all the creativity of the references and
And a
the
lot-
lyrics. So.
And a lot of those actors showed a lot of love to the
Oh, yeah.
song too. You got a lot of vouchers from people who were
Hell
genuinely
yeah,
on the
that's
Sopranos,
awesome.
like
Yeah.
OGs.
It's always
Vito-
nice whenever
Vito, Joe
Vito
Guinness-Scully
was on-
shared it. Steve Sharifa,
yeah, that's,
Bobby Bacala was highly complimentary. Just a lot of the cast.
what was
too.
your reaction whenever you like got that notification that whoever
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that meant a lot to me. And then of course, Pittsburgh City Paper covered the song, so that was cool. Them in the Post Gazette, so that was some good promo.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so that song's super dope. And there's a video for it. It's not the official video, but there's a dope video for it too with a lot of the Soprano references you'll see come to life and you know what I mean and all that stuff. So it's definitely check that song out. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, like I said, if you got any music that you're down to play, want to
yeah, you should
play,
play that juice
we'll
up for
yeah,
sure,
we'll
for sure.
definitely do that.
Yeah, let me know.
We can put that.
Do you
juiced
need
up
aux or iPhone thing?
on iPhone. Yeah, but that session was crazy too when Webby came there.
Mhm.
Bless the mic. Like I said, those guys seemed excited to be at ID Labs
Yeah, absolutely.
themselves. How'd you first become familiar with Webby?
Actually, it was just that I was writing the Soprano song, and I happened to see with the Sopranos con that they did,
Yeah.
at the convention.
Yeah.
I happened to see that he was one of the guests in the first one they did.
Okay.
So
yeah.
then I found out, that he was a huge fan himself. So
yeah.
I knew of him.
Right.
I heard his name through the years
For sure.
doing music, but I wasn't familiar with his catalog until,
You
then-
see, you had that mutual interest.
yeah, the Sopranos interest, and then going and finding him, and knowing that our views line up the same on the vaccine and stuff. Was,
Right.
A couple things we clicked right off the bat. So
That's what's up. We all set up for the song? Yeah.
I should probably just play from Apple Music
Yeah,
because we won't be able to see. That's some Matchbox 20 on there.
Oh, bro, Matchbox
Yeah, I
20 is
should-
one of my favorite
Let me-
bands.
yeah, let me throw that in.
Touch on that. Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
throw
yeah.
that in there real quick. So I I guess I should just start by saying how much their music has meant to me. You know,
Same.
even from a
That's
young age, big
100%. I've
big
listened to
inspiration.
all of their songs.
Yeah. So I developed, a relationship with the lead guitarist Kyle Cook, and he's playing guitar on a song on my album. So I'm pretty pumped. Like he did a
that's
solo
fucking
solo
awesome.
on my album. So like that just means the world to me. And they're going on tour this summer and new album dropping. And um, I did. I'm gonna throw in what I've been doing a lot is doing a cover of 3 a.m. with Duncan Hartz, who'll be with us on guitar. And I was like, throwing that in there. So I feel like a lot of people would be familiar with that from their catalog. Um, but yeah, I even did a few years back at the canteen in Connellsville. Me and Sam Brooks did a version of that where he's playing it on piano, and I actually had Rob Thomas. I tweeted at him, and he got back to me and said like nicely done and was highly complimentary of it. So
That's
that meant a lot.
yeah. I know that had to have
Yeah,
been.
for sure.
Sounds like you're definitely doing it right, bro.
I'm trying.
You know what I mean?
We're trying.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's a lot of good feedback. You know, you have an extensive amount that you should
Darian,
straight
get
up
in
be like,
touch,
"This
man.
happened."
We can definitely try to set up an interview, and I believe with that comment he's talking about you.
Likewise, man. Thank you. All right, we
But
ready?
yeah, this is the track Juiced Up. You can stream this.
Yeah, you could stream it. I think it's like it's getting up there, like quarter. No, it's not crazy to some people, but for me, it is like a quarter of a million or something. And I didn't, pay for any to be on any
All
playlists or anything.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
all organic.
Yeah.
So like, this is my highest streamed song. And but yeah, I would definitely encourage people to check it out on YouTube with the synced up shots from the show.
Yeah.
Because if you know anything about the show, like I said, I
You'll
think you'll
enjoy it.
really enjoy and appreciate all the references. But here it is, Juiced Up, featuring Chris Webby.
Let's go.
Would you will respect? Here's a rule you might remember. I'm the motherfucking fucking one who calls the shots.
I got the juice. I got the juice. I played it cool. They turned me loose. I got the juice. I got the juice. They wanted war, then call for truce. I got the juice. Who got the juice? I got the juice. Who got the juice? I get the bag, then chuck the deuce. I got the juice. Who got the juice? I got the juice. Who got the juice? Light on the pole. Do not confuse. Let me tell you a couple, three things to start this here out. No compromise, a caving going through life's trials. Gladiator earning, that's by any means, anyhow. But I'm grateful, never had to feel that H like thou. Bounce back, I can't take that bridge like Vinnie Mac. A shrink down when facing dog, help me to relax. Shaw with the rack and thick like Jenny Sack. Holy moly, all that ass, a sense of panic attack. Live and direct, I can never keep it OBK. Put me in, coach, keep Undetto, I am here to play. Drop my bags, money down, let you know I'm here to stay. Been a minute, back up in it, what do you hear, what do you say? I got the juice, I got the juice. I played it cool, they turned me loose. I got the juice, I got the juice. They wanted war, then call for truce. I got the juice, who got the juice? I got the juice, who got the juice? I get the bag, then chuck the deuce. I got the juice, who got the juice? I got the juice, who got the juice? Light on the pole, do not confuse.
Hey. Feds got my picture on the corkboard, snapping shots while I'm talking business at the pork store. My capos give the boss cut when they run a job. Since time immemorial, that's just a fucking mob. A couple no-show jobs, a lot of racketeering. They try to get that RICO case, that's why them rats are swilling. We run a lot of things, see them what the profit brings. In the back room, counting money at a bada bing. You just a big pussy, probably call police when they see this rabid dog coming and I'm off leash. I'm a pit bull mix, you just a Maltese. Put them down, Mikey Paul Meese. Got the fresh sweets, show them how to handle it. Trash rappers getting taken out, waste management. Heavy is the head, pushing through it when the panic hits. Throw that gabagool up on my motherfucking sandwiches.
I got the juice, I got the juice. I played it cool, they turned me loose. I got the juice, I got the juice. They wanted war, then call for truce. I got the juice, got the juice. I got the juice, got the juice. I get the bag, then chuck the deuce. I got the juice, got the juice. I got the juice, got the juice. Light on the pole, do not confuse. Always cooking up the truth, I bring the fire like Vesuvio. And follow codes, never squeal like Petrulio. Calms type the way I paint with my pen about the things I have seen, but nothing quite like Fan. Hey.
It says with pulp. I like it with pulp. Not this much. I like the one that says something.
I gotta go no pulp.
Gotta go no fault.
Yeah, I can't.
That's too much. Bro.
Shout out to JD from ID Labs who engineered the session.
JD's hella dope.
Yeah.
Hey, if
sure.
y'all need sessions, definitely get it, JD.
Definitely.
Yeah, shout out ID Labs.
Definitely get a JD for them sessions. But yeah, that's juiced up, man. That's a crowd favorite. It's always fun to do that.
Yeah,
one.
I can definitely see why.
Crowd goes wild for that one every time. And like you said, it's got hella streams right now. The video's even doper. Like it syncs along with the song. Like they, shout out Chris Webby. Them boys did them boys did work.
Definitely no pulp.
You know Pulp too?
Yeah.
You don't like it with some Pulp?
There's something about like feeling floaties in my drink when
it
I'm
just
drinking
doesn't feel
it.
natural, bro.
Like I'll fuck around, throw that shit right back up at the table.
Who's that first guy that squeezed the orange juice? Like, I'm about to make some juice out of it. Shout out to him. Shout out to that guy too.
There's a lot of things that like make me question who was the first dipshit
Right.
to do this to find out that it would do whatever it is.
You know what's a crazy one, bro? Milk.
Yeah.
I agree. Who was the first dude?
Magic
that just hopped on
mushrooms. Magic shrooms.
But who was the dude that hopped on a cow's teat like? Like, that had to be wild. Like, who was he feeling that day that made him do that, bro? Like, that had to be wild.
Mushrooms is a different thing.
Yeah,
though,
like-
It's a
because
choice.
that's like a whole stoned ape theory thing. So like,
What, the
who
mushrooms?
did
Yeah,
that
like
first
who?
is, like-
What dipshit was out in the field of
He was
cow
hungry,
shit?
bro. He was hungry.
Yeah,
that
but
was out of necessity.
magic
And then he got
shrooms.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
but magic shrooms typically in the wild only come out of like cow patties
Yeah.
and shit.
Are you
So like,
familiar,
who's going through?
Hungry, bro.
are
like
you
said,
familiar
Stone
with the
Ages.
stoned ape theory?
No.
Like, that's how people evolve.
Yeah. Joe Rogan was talking about it on his
Yeah,
podcast
for
one
sure.
time. I was reading that. Yeah, it's basically just that apes were eating magic mushrooms, and it was enhancing their brains to think differently in other ways to like comprehend things. So they
Like, it
just
opened their
gain that
mind- it opened their
conscious-
mind
yeah,
up.
it opened their minds.
And if you've done mushrooms, you know it definitely opens your mind. Like, you start thinking about stuff you never thought of.
Yeah, I've done them 4 times.
How was it?
I don't fuck with shrooms. Acid, however, I
Acid
will.
over shrooms?
Yes, because shrooms make my stomach sick
Yeah,
every
me too.
time,
Yeah.
and that right there instantly ends up sending me. There's
You
only
gotta
been
not eat though. You gotta like fast food.
there's only been one time that I ever ate shrooms and didn't have
Girl?
a terrible trip.
Yeah.
But I laughed so hard for like 6 hours that I cried the whole time. So that was pretty miserable in its own right.
Right.
But yeah,
I don't know
acid,
about
I always just end up having these deep, crazy intellectual conversations, or I listen to folk music for like 10
Folk
hours.
music, like what?
Oh.
What you listen to?
Jack Johnson, Connor Oberst, or Bright Eyes. I always hate when people put me on a spot because then I can't think of them.
Mac was a big Bright Eyes guy.
Yeah. Matt Costa used to be a skateboarder.
Oh
Now
yeah,
he does.
for sure. Yeah. I know him from Tony Hawk.
There's Mumford and Sons. There's one album from Panic at the Disco that is amazing, and it's
Like, just imagine
pretty odd.
pacing the pews of the church.
Yeah,
board
but
over
no, see, it's after like
Can't
some of the
help
band
but to
left,
hear.
and he did a full album of folk music, and
Can't
it's
help to
amazing.
hear and exchange the words.
Is it? I forget if it's of Monsters and Men or of Mice and Men, because there's 2 bands, but I forget which one's the folk band and which one's the heavy metal band.
They probably have a like cover band that uses both of those. I imagine. I don't know. If this is
And they do both.
They do both.
I mess with Jack Johnson for sure.
Yeah, Jack
He's
Johnson.
from Hawaii, right?
Yeah. Did you ever see the music video with it got Ben Stiller in it?
I don't
And
think what's
everything.
songs?
It was oh man, I think it might have been Banana Pancakes actually, or it's either that or Sitting Waiting. I think it's Sitting Waiting Thinking. I forget. But
He
yeah,
said he hates when people put him on the spot. You put him on the spot. My bad, bro.
yo, Darian, we appreciate you, my
Yeah,
man.
for sure. Definitely appreciate the love.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm a lot like you. Like I have listened to every genre you can think of, and even if I don't like it as a whole, there's at least one or
One
two
jam.
artists
Yeah.
that I do enjoy. All the way from oldies to because that's what my dad has on the radio when
Right.
we're at work. We just be listening to oldies jams all the time. To I used to love punk thrasher music. Um, Now I'm obsessed with most hip hop, but still will go back and listen to Matchbox 20
I think it's
or
important. I think that's important though. Like, you can't just eat the same thing every day. Like you'll
Yeah.
get tired of it. I think it's important to expand your horizon and have different. Like, cause I like a little bit of everything too. Like I'm big on like Jamaican like reggae, like old school reggae.
yeah, like I like
some
some
new
reggae.
dancehall. Like
I'm
I'm
be
big on-
honest, I've been completely hooked on BLP Kosher and Baby Tron the last 3 days. That's all I've listened
What
to.
is it?
It's straight. All right, so you're probably not familiar with BLP Kosher.
No.
He's a
Yeah.
Jewish dude from
Well,
Florida.
Yeah, kosher gave it
that-
away.
Kosher,
Yeah,
He's keeping it
from
kosher.
Florida
Yeah.
that does drill music.
What?
Yeah, yo, he got
he's
wicks
crazy.
and all.
He's
Like
crazy. He's crazy.
What's his name, bro?
BLP Kosher.
Oh, he's got to shout you out for
Yeah,
the
check
for the,
it out.
for the promo.
No, he just did a song with Baby Tron though.
Okay, I know you're a big
Yeah.
Tron.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, I
Yeah,
found
he'll
out
be
about
kicking it at the
BLP
house
Kosher
play so much.
and was listening to him for a couple days and going through his catalog. And I was like, this dude's actually pretty good. Like lyrically, he's pretty good.
Bro, it's
And I like his
hilarious.
gimmick, whether it's real or not. I like
Yeah.
his gimmick. And I was like, I'm telling you, man. I was like, I guarantee you, him and Baby Tron are gonna do a song together.
Oh, you already felt it coming.
Yeah, I just,
Like they're in the same
dude, I
lane type
called
deal.
He
it.
called it well in advance. Yeah, for sure.
And then I get home one night from the studio and I turn YouTube on and it was like
First thing there. Recommended
posted
for you.
14 minutes ago.
Recommended for you.
BLP Kosher and Babytron. I was like, no shit. Like instantly, I shared it to him and him was like, bro, I fucking called this. I knew it was coming.
Oh, bro wants to hear a song with just you. You should play that Believe track.
What's that?
Believer.
Yeah, throw
Yeah.
it on.
I think that's one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
mean,
guess-
he said he wanted to hear one with just you.
Yeah, I guess I should talk a little bit
Yeah,
about this too.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, for one, for the video, we went up. We did a show in New York City, and we shot this at Flushing Meadows Corona Park.
Yeah, we
and
had a couple different.
Yeah, then we went into Times Square at like
Yep.
2 or 3 in the morning to finish it up.
Yeah, check out the video. The video is crazy. Jordan
Yeah.
Beckham shot it.
Yeah, shout out to Jordan.
We went there. It was cold as hell. And New York is super cold if you're there at the wrong time of year. But yeah, the video was super dope. We went those different, and we had a show that night as well.
Yeah, shout out to T-Rex, who's someone I met through Life Jennings.
Right.
His backup singer, and he's an incredible artist himself. And so throughout the years, I've been able to come out on the road with him and Life, and like Marley came with me to Detroit when
That was
Life did
lit.
a show with Tank, and
That was
so
lit.
I've got to meet so many artists through him. Like just back in the MySpace days, I just reached out to his name's Terrell T-Rex Simon. I just reached out to him, told him how much Life's music meant to me, and he was just like, "Come out, we got a show in I think it was Cleveland at the time," and he just gave me free tickets, gave me a place to stay for the night.
Isn't
and
it awesome
just-
how just like
so many
taking that
times.
chance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
that's
taking
what
the
it
chance
is.
and reaching
Taking
out.
risks.
Yeah, like oftentimes people look at someone and they're like, he wouldn't even read my shit. Like they don't even think to just
to fathom that could be a
try.
possibility.
Yeah.
You know, the worst that could happen is he does exactly what you thought.
Then nothing
And
changes.
that
Nothing
hurts
changes,
nothing at all. Or, you know, the 1 in a 10,000 opportunity happens and now, you know, more shit blossoms from it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about music too. Like it's taken us, you know, myself, I know for sure I can speak on taking me places I never thought I'd be. Like going to Detroit, like I'm from Detroit, but to go back to the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater
Yeah.
and see life and be backstage with those guys while they're performing was crazy to me. But that was an excellent opportunity. But yeah, we shot the video Believer in New York.
Yeah.
My man Sean was just with Jadakiss, who went crazy over this song.
Yeah.
Jada loved this song, and once you hear the song, you'll see why. It's definitely that feel, that hip hop feel for sure.
Yeah, I know the kind of stuff. Jadakiss is into, especially beat choices and everything. So I made sure I played him something up that alley, and he just gave me so many praises that really just got me like extra motivated. Because Jadakiss is a legend.
Dude, it sounds like it honestly sounds like you were destined to like do something in music. Like every single step along the way, everything that you're telling me is like, oh yeah, this artist just like praised me and praised it. It's like, bro, that like you obviously you have the talent and the stars are aligning for you, because the only thing I keep hearing from you is like just things that only happen to someone that has
like
no option.
validation.
But it's like that if you don't make it at that point, you had to have just quit on your own.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if you keep doing it, you're going to.
Yeah.
And they're tuned in tonight. What up, Perp? Shout out to everybody tuned in tonight.
Yeah, and Darian, we gonna get you on here, bro. Just get a hold of me through Facebook. Send me a message, and we'll schedule that shit, because I'm scheduled all the way up to the first week of May, second week of May.
I'll play this song here for you. Yeah, but
this is the song we was talking about, Believer.
Yeah, I appreciate that though. I think it just goes back to like just trying to put myself in more positions for opportunities, like you said about like just sending, dating back to sending that MySpace message, like, and it's the same even daily right now. Like if I send out 100 emails, whether that be, in some ways to further my music, whether that be to get on a show or just anything, if I get 1 or 2 responses back out of 100, it was worth it. So
Dude,
just like,
we're from the generation of where we had to go door to door to ask if we could mow fucking grass for 20 bucks or 10 bucks, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we had no option but to learn how to hustle in some ways.
Right.
It's
Break
just
leaves,
applying
all
it
that,
to other shit.
yeah, for sure. Definitely. Here we go.
Believer.
We'll travel past the sky tonight. Your touch.
Yeah, it's already a bop.
Bags packed, stay set, NYC for the route. Sunken feeling out the real and bouncing back somehow. Started picking the locks when there was no way out. Pumping make shiny suits, reminiscence of child. On that west side hill, throwing west side signs. Harlem word on the wall, now on death row time. Beyond Zodiac, I started seeing the signs. Flashing like me on Dion, I'm still in my prime. Prime time, baby. High stepping and all that.
Oh yeah, this that shit. This that shit.
Let's go.
Your touch is in the starlight.
MJ looking at the man in the mirror. The truth lies within, couldn't see it any clearer. But nowadays, everybody wanna point the finger. Imagine like Lennon, you could say I'm still a dreamer or believer. Together we thrive when win or lose these rounds leading out from the inside. Whatever shall be, move aside to the pride. On my own wave, never ride with the tide. Whether east like Dave or I go west like Ye. It's all the same, mind and soul have the final say. Cleansing mind as I'm bumping down, he had the way. But still searching for that real love like Mary J. Hey, time's changing, but I reset my stopwatch. Still murder shit, take the tip to the crime stop. Staying true, something new to remind y'all. Up next on deck with the pine tar. And by you, I do mean I in this case. Cornersville, get a grasp of what's going on here. Fayette County, let's go. Gotta stay beneath the surface for another verse. Kept it solid from the jump, always feet first. Tragedy to triumph, how the story goes. When you iron out, the creases starts to unfold. But gotta learn and grow, far from all figured out. Running towards the truth, still can leave room for doubt. Chip on my shoulder, trying to keep my composure. Staying clear from the poses, I'm more Goggins and posers. Stay hard, keep going, that's a monologue. Love lost, health failed, no matter what's involved. Had to exit out the circus, start to see my greater purpose. Now you see how the service slowly evolved. Weight of the world, couldn't find a sign of life around. God's will has me standing with no common ground. Survival mode, this is destiny, child. Left my bondage at his feet, getting free from it now, cuz you know that sort of speaks for itself. Nobody's coming between the path set out for me. Walk this time.
So you walk the beat.
Appreciate that. But yeah, it meant a lot to get praises from Jadakiss on that, and we're gonna be doing some music soon. So I mean, I'm
Fuck
so
yeah.
pumped up for that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, the crazy thing. Hey, the crazy thing about Sean, and he didn't even mention that. You might have to play that too. Is bro came back from the West Coast and then got a feature with the game. Like that's the yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just I mean, dating back to when I first got started, my first mixtape was hosted by New Jersey Devil.
Yeah, New Jersey
I
Devil.
don't know if you
yeah.
guys are familiar
Oh
with him, but
yeah.
the games like
How
write
how
him
did
in
that how did that come about?
just reaching out, making connections, you know. And then from that, like I was actually trying to help them put together a show at the time in Station Square that ended up falling through, but
Darian,
just-
we're in Uniontown, PA.
but just keeping that relationship, and every now and then I reach out. So, but, yeah,
But yeah,
That's fucking sick.
that track's dope too. That's streaming now.
yeah, right on time with the game. Check that out. Hopefully, sooner or later we'll do an official video for that. But like, I mean, I got game in my top 5. Like, I'm not with like a lot of the annex and stuff he's done over time, but just if you're talking strictly just
Oh yeah,
like
him
as an MC, he's incredible.
him and 50 Cent are two people that like I could never stop listening to them like throughout their whole career. Like everything they always both put out was amazing. Now some featured songs
Mhm.
I may skip through the other person and just listen to their verse.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
But they're two lyricists that are like have always been my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we was gonna play that song.
Oh, the yeah,
You
right
want
on time.
you want me
yeah,
to?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
played on.
yeah,
right on
you're
time.
more than welcome.
So do you got Sean? You got plans on dropping like an EP or?
I would like to. So I pretty much have an album ready to go. I got one last song to record for it, and I've been kind of hanging on to it for quite some time, just because I would like to, maybe get some kind of deal, possible if possible. So like that's my plan. Is I definitely want to
Have
drop like
something on the table.
yeah, I want to drop like a little maybe a 5-song EP before that, but I want to have something I could take to like labels.
shop to the
Yeah,
labels.
the shop to labels and see what happens.
And I can only imagine the songs on that are probably if that's your plan for it, I imagine they are
Appreciate that.
perfect.
Yeah, bro's real meticulous. Like Sean's real meticulous in the studio, and his ear is crazy, right? Like he'll hear like small stuff and be like, "Yo, bro, that's not right." Like he's like He's a perfectionist, and I'm a completist. Like I'm just want to be done, bro. Like I don't like. Sometimes I don't even get my stuff mixed. Like I just be like, yeah, I'm putting that out. Like, but bro's like super, like you said, like speaking to like that it's going to be right. Like bro's like he goes in there with a script, like he's ready and he knows what he wanted to sound like, and if it doesn't sound the way he wants it to sound, he's not putting it out. until it
Yeah.
sounds the way he
Yeah,
wants it
you
to sound.
seem like you're very like methodical in your ways. Like you know what you're doing and you plan out and plot everything out perfectly.
Yeah, everything's still a learning experience, of course. Even still when we go to the studio, like just seeing different things our engineers are doing.
Yeah. But knowing that, or at least like assuming that about your personality, is what makes me think like if that piece of work right there is what you're holding on to show them,
Right.
is like that has to be
Something special.
super meaningful. If you're not gonna use like, and not say it may or may not be on there, but like your song with the game or believe, or like, you know what I mean, if you're not going to use those and you have this other thing, like
Yeah.
I imagine it has to be held in your head way higher than these other projects.
Yeah, it's. I mean, of course, they all mean something special to me, but like the album specifically for me was like, I guess you could. A lot of artists will call it like the divorce album or something. So it was like going through a long breakup of my ex fiance of almost 10 years, and like everything that came with that. 2 children. I'm a father of 10-year-old twins, and
Shout
yeah,
out to Leah Maurice.
yeah, shout out to them, of course. And that just really got me back to the music, and from there I just wrote about all the feelings involved with that, all the highs and the lows, and conceptually speaking, that's what that album is. It's goes from all the different feelings involved, like when a long-term relationship ends,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to be necessarily that. It could be friendship, whatever. Like I want people to take from it what they can, and but yeah, that goes ups and downs through all the different emotions. Marley's on there. We got a song called "Then I Come Home," which is a special song, which is just about, just to touch on that really quickly, is just about when you're going through something, you could try to distract your mind as much as possible, but either way, you're still going to have to come home and deal with it mentally. So that's what that is about. But yeah, I got Marley on there. I got Kyle Cook of Matchbox 20. I got Jim Jones and Joel Santana on a song. But yeah, that's album means a lot to me. So I'm hoping someone will take interest, and
I'm very excited
Thank you.
to hear that whenever it drops on, Sony or
Right.
Warner, or
Yeah, into existence for sure.
But here's Right on Time featuring The Game. It's another song I share with Jadakiss, like in the same soulful kind of vibe.
Who did the production on this one?
This is I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. Man, is it sarcastic? Does he pronounce it like that? Is that how he pronounces it? You guys know him from? I think he's from West Virginia. I believe so.
Yeah.
So he did this beat. That's my guy. He's
Yeah,
Shout out to him.
sarcastic.
We've actually never met
At
in
first,
person.
I thought you
but-
meant the battle rapper, but then
Yeah. I think it's L sarcastic. Or
Yeah.
something.
Shout out to bro.
Yeah.
yeah, I know him because me and him, he knows them all way better than me actually, but we all kind of run with like the Morgantown music
Okay.
scene
Yeah, I'm
also.
pretty sure.
When
Yeah,
I
that's-
started doing music originally, we were in like a trap house in Morgantown during like COVID. So then after COVID broke, we spent a lot of time on High Street where culture originally was before they moved
Okay.
down. And I got real close with Jims and Hash down there.
Nice.
Then
I'm
through that, we
not too familiar with that scene down there, but I know they got some things
They
going on
definitely
there
got a scene.
down there in
man.
Morgantown.
Shout out to guys for
Yeah, 123 Pleasant Street would be a good place to maybe try to get a show.
we're gonna be down there the 19th.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to go
It's gonna
down
be
there
dope.
for that.
I'm really excited.
What is it, May 19th?
April 19th. Yeah, this month. I'm gonna be down there with Hard Knocks. They're throwing a show.
Okay. Dope. Yep, this right on time with the game.
And so it begins. Unlike Pippin 94, I'm about to go back in, and there's no need to pretend any one of us friends. When behind closed doors, they're wishing on my descent. Yeah, they secretly hate it, but be authentic, embrace it. Cause the truth I deliver like Trigger, just gotta make it. That's God willing. There's been so much blood spilling. Watch the mother of my children overnight become revealing. So you live and learn, and some will do as they please. So now it's on me and my pen to plant hope in my seeds. And while we're on the topic, tell me who rap better than me. My soliloquies bring them to the knees, begging please for me to let up. I see the get up. You did all that fronting and frauding, and I got fed up. Jump the gun, D me dumb, flip the page. It's gonna have to double back until you end. Craig David, believe what I'm saying, bitch. Yeah, you're gonna believe one way or another, man. I really do this. Let's go. I've been down and out, but now I'm feeling alive. Back against the wall, can't tell who's on my side. It's coming to a head, and I'm drawing the line. Hey, I've been left for dead, but now I'm feeling revived. Made it through the waves, been a change in the tide. Blessings in my hands, coming right on time, right on time. Hey.
Matt Black Maybach for the payback. See recline way back. I can't hear them haters in here. Death knocking on my window. Roll this bitch down. Let the devil taste the endo. Tell my ops keep thinking I'm a game like Nintendo. The semi gon' split you. Knock off a couple limbs, yo. And it's funny how no matter the climb you take, all you niggas with you, they still feel left behind. Fuck behind. Fuck.
Appreciate that comment. That's me on the hook too.
I've been down and out, but now I'm feeling alive. Back against the wall, can't tell who's on my side. It's coming to a head, and I'm drawing the line. Hey, I've been left for dead, but now I'm feeling revived. Made it through the waves, been a change in the tide. Blessings in my hands, coming right on time, right on time. Hey.
Shout out to E-Dan and Body Labs mixed the song.
Yeah, my man, you ain't gonna have no problem getting signed once you start shopping around.
Thank you.
All right, well, before we continue this a little more, why don't you let everybody know the big plan?
For sure. So me and my man Jesse Merck, we've been talking for a while, working on something since the last interview. We had a lot of fun. We wanted to kind of keep the momentum going. So these guys were nice enough to invite me back to host my own podcast.
Yeah, I'm very hyped about that.
Yeah, we're excited for that one. The plan is to have my first show. It's going to be every Friday for you at 8:00. Just like this one comes to you at 8:00. We're going to do it every Friday, and the first show will be next Friday. And I'm going to have Franchise on. For those who aren't familiar, Franchise is a super dope, talented artist from the Pittsburgh area, who himself's been on tour, been signed and done a lot of things. He's important to the hip hop scene, and he's blessed me to be my first guest. So we're looking forward to that one for sure.
Looking forward to that.
That is dope, bro.
Yeah, I'm so hyped.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, no. So we're looking forward to that. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna touch on different things, music, of course. We're gonna touch on the hip hop. We're gonna touch on sports. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that stuff, and of course, we're gonna talk about some mental health and things like that. Throw that good stuff in there as well. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Fran said he's looking forward to it. He's a big San Francisco 49ers fan, so I'm gonna have to mess with him about that. And we're gonna have a lot of fun, bro.
We got to start setting it up so that some artists come in and do your thing,
Yeah.
and then come back Monday and do the live performances.
Yeah, for sure. And that's definitely one of the things we was talking about incorporating is just that having the artists come back and perform some stuff live, some newer music. Or
We were
whatever.
even talking about I want to do like whatever artist, because you'll have two shows, like one show every week. I'll have one show every week. We take both of those artists from 2 weeks, so that'd be 4 artists total.
Yeah.
And on Saturday, if they can make it, we do a cipher.
Ooh, that's hard. Yeah.
And then we do another one on the last Saturday of the month. So we do 2 Saturday shows.
Yeah.
Because I want to do 5
brilliant,
shows.
man.
I want to do 5 days a week, 2 shows each day.
Yeah.
And then 1 show bi-weekly on Saturdays.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
So that's my big podcast network plan.
Yeah,
I want to
big
build it
announcement.
into a
BBS network.
Big announcement.
yeah, because everybody got different tastes, different ideas, and I want to give everybody something to watch.
Right.
We got a cooking show coming.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting. Cooking edibles and shit.
Oh hell yeah. Bake and bake. Baked while baked.
Getting baked.
Getting baked. No, but hell yeah. So we're super excited about that. I'm happy to be a part of it. You guys have created a great platform here.
I
for artists like
appreciate
this.
you.
Appreciate you having us on, having me on. You know what I mean? And this is a great way for me to introduce some artists that people might not be familiar with, maybe some newer artists too that haven't had a chance to get the exposure that they're looking for. This will be a great platform. And we're looking to build something here.
Well, maybe down the line you got a co-host.
Yeah, no, Sean, Sean definitely comes. Sean's my friend for real in real life. So he's definitely going to be around for some of that stuff. So yeah, no, that's definitely a good thing that we're looking forward to for sure. For sure. And I know Sean's in his glory, huh? The Pirates, they gotta
Sweet.
win this season right now. They just swept the
So
Red
awesome.
Sox. That's crazy.
Yeah, they always get me in April.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah they got
They
everybody.
pull you
hyped.
in.
They got everybody hyped. They got everybody hyped.
The only Pittsburgh, only because of I don't like Big Ben, so this is the first year that like Steelers matter to me.
Really?
Yeah, in the longest time.
I hate to
And
hear that. I'm sorry.
the Pirates were not awesome for a long time.
They're still not awesome yet.
So
We're still waiting to see what happens.
so I didn't really follow them. The only team that I was ever able to follow
Penguins.
religiously is the Penguins.
Huh.
It don't matter if they're good or bad, man. It's
Really?
just something about the Penguins.
I feel that way about the
They've
Steelers.
been good for a long time.
I'm sorry to hear that. Bro.
Oh man.
Rip Boston.
Red Sox will be fine.
Boo this man.
Hey, Rip Boston.
Tomato.
I got to see Fenway a few years back. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Seats are so tiny though.
Also, the thing you guys need to know about Sean, we might have to have him back on the show for that. Like he's the crazy sports guy, and he knows the money
Yeah.
lines and all that.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
listen,
he'll put you on
we
with them bets.
we
bro.
want to do a sports podcast.
Yeah,
I'll be down.
yeah. He's
We're gonna have to
he'll
get
put
that
you
in the
up on
works.
Knowledge.
You guys heard it now. We gonna have some shit.
I don't believe you didn't like Big Ben, bro.
No.
Like as a person,
Personally, or
like yeah, what
on the
was
field?
It? It can't be on the field.
Yeah.
Most of it's personally, but also just because like I mean it's all personally, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But even on the field sometimes he just acted like such a little bitch.
They're quarterbacks, bro. They all do.
Yeah,
he,
but
he
every
was
quarterback.
was a diva for sure.
All quarterbacks are though. Tom
and-
Brady's a diva.
Yeah.
it
Close to
it
it.
salted me a lot that like once upon a time some people from the Steelers could do way less than what he's done and get the boot quickly. And he did some shit
Yeah,
and nothing
yeah.
ever.
It's all business at the end of the day, though, right? You got to make football decisions, and
Yeah, but how many times did Steelers come out and say like they care about their image so much so they're letting go of whatever player?
what do you have to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then Ben comes around and he's out here getting I believe they were
Accusations.
yeah.
But yeah, bro. So businesses. The thing is, they're going to do whatever's best for the business, and they're going to use whatever excuse they need to use to let that go. And at the end of the day, they were right, though, right? Like when Le'Veon and Antonio Brown were going through those things, and we were like, damn. I know me personally, I was like, damn, they just need to get them boys money. Come to find out, they were right after all. Like, don't get them boys money because they haven't did anything since. Like, I mean, AB did get a Super Bowl, but he hasn't been like, nope. We got the best out of him for sure.
Yeah, at
We
the end of
definitely
the
got the best
day, I couldn't fuck
You
with
couldn't
Ben.
rock with Ben.
I just couldn't.
That boy
Ben
got
never
a
he
couple
never got any
championships.
charges, right?
But
He didn't get
Pickett,
charged
though.
on any of
No,
that,
no
right?
charges, huh?
Pickett though.
So
How you
Yeah.
feel about Kenny?
I love
Oh, you love Kenny? You already
Solid.
sold?
Hey, Friday Night Lights. I'll give it to him.
Bro,
He
I
got
was
it.
watching
I'll give him a
college videos
chance.
of him
Yeah.
just juking the shit out of people and running them down. That sold me from the get.
You ain't rocking with Kenny? This is what I
We gonna have to catch him outside when he goes in the alley.
this is what I say about Kenny, right? I think he showed some flashes of brilliance this season. and as the season went on, he got better. And that's what you want to see. He's a rookie quarterback.
He's
He's
Yes.
going to make mistakes. Peyton Manning threw more interceptions than any other rookie quarterback. Peyton Manning.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. As far as rookie quarterbacks go, he's probably shined some of the best compared to some of the other ones that we've seen come in, like TV Johnny,
Yeah.
like
And that's what I mean. He's
RG3.
and he's
Like
on-
I
and he's
still
on a-
fuck with
Oh, me
RG3,
too, bro.
but like
RG3
Kenny
had a bum
Pickett,
knee.
yeah, Kenny Pickett kind of did
Yeah,
a
he
hell of a
looks
lot
like-
better than both of them their rookie seasons.
And that's it, bro. He's on that trajectory that you want to see from. And if he continues on that path, bro, we got our future looks bright. George Pickens is
I was gonna
nasty.
say Pickett to Pickens though.
Oh my god.
That's yeah. They're a
sounds
Super
good
Bowl
to me.
combo in themselves.
Yeah, I think we got another team in the making that's gonna.
We just got to get that offensive defensive line right. Sure of that.
It was definitely good to get rid of Claypool. That
Yeah,
was
for sure.
solid.
He's
I'm happy for Juju though.
You're happy for Juju.
Good for him. He got a
Yeah,
Super
good for
Bowl.
Juju. That's for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah. People always do that to us, don't they?
They always do.
They leave and who else did that? The running back. What's my man's name?
Oh,
Went to the
play for
Patriots.
the Patriots.
Yeah.
LeGarrette Blunt.
LeGarrette Blunt. Yeah, I loved having LeGarrette Blunt too. He was a nice 1-2 combo with Le'Veon. He left us and went to the Patriots, got a Super Bowl. A couple cats did that, man. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to football season. Bro, I'm looking forward to seeing Colorado play college football. Never thought I'd say that before in my life, but Coach Prime got me geeked about Colorado football, bro. Colorado football. Never thought I would see it.
Yeah, a couple cool things about our tour stops is being a diehard Pirate fan is the Pirates are in St. Louis while we're in St. Louis,
Oh yeah.
and then they're in Colorado while we're in Colorado. So I'm trying
hell
to catch a game.
quick games.
Yeah.
That would be pretty sick. Like, I'm going to this game, then I got my show.
Yeah, that's why I'm going out a couple days early. I'm leaving on Friday and gonna catch the Saturday Pirate game in St. Louis.
Who knows? You get Webby to go with you, and y'all might get to meet the Pirates and
Yeah,
shit.
some preferential treatment. Right?
Yeah.
That's a good point though. RG3 would have been legendary if it wasn't for the. But you always got those like what ifs. You guys familiar with the what ifs? Like what would have happened if this and this would have happened? Like there's a couple players that you got like that would have been great if
Dude, I'm so sad.
this or if that wouldn't have happened.
Marcus Vick didn't ever get to make it to the league. He was supposed
He was
to
in
be.
the league. He just ain't do nothing, bro. He just was Michael Vick's brother.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be like amazing.
He's a bust.
Derrick Rose, because he was
Derrick
my
Rose,
hands down
bro.
my favorite player
Derrick Rose
ever.
was nasty.
Like amazing.
Derrick Rose was what John Moran is now.
And sadly, his
He's with John Moran.
goddamn legs just couldn't keep up with him.
It happens, bro. Some people be like really injury prone, like
Oh.
legit injury prone.
That poor dude.
Lama Sweet could never. Martavius Bryant could have been Randy Moss, bro. He could have been Randy Moss. That was sad. My man couldn't stay off the weeds. Couldn't stay off the tweets. Devil's cabbage. Devil's lettuce. What they call it. Reefer madness. What's your what if?
Smoking reefers.
Who's your what if, Sean? What's the career what if you wanted to see? Greg Oden's crazy. Greg Oden would have been nasty if he could have kept his knees
Oh
healthy.
yeah.
Greg
Yeah.
Oden.
Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor. Crazy.
I got a Greg Oden jersey
You for real?
that I bought
What, the
before.
Portland or the
yeah,
Ohio?
the Portland.
This is kind of more of a local one, but he was about to go to the NFL. Boo McLee.
Oh, Boo's my man. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
like what? Man.
Boo was great. I mean, he did play. Hold on, Boo did play for the Rams for a bit.
Yeah, but it was after all the other shit had already happened.
Boo was crazy. West Virginia, he killed it down WB. Boo was crazy. I was definitely rooting for him.
Whenever he played basketball and they went to Hershey for the state championship, me and my dad drove out and watched him play and shit.
That's definitely what.
If we're gonna go with the local what if, I mean,
Oh man,
we got a shout out to
to the Ville.
Munch James Harrison,
Yeah.
all time leading
man.
scorer in
Shout
Fayette
out
County.
Munch.
Our good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a good. I'm definitely gonna have bro on. We're gonna talk some sports shit. But yeah, talk about like legendary baller, bro. Like to see that stuff real time, what Munch was doing on a court. For those who don't know, James Harrison Munch, he's Collinsville basketball player who's the best I ever seen in real life with my eyes on at every level. I seen bro playing college and everything, and he was always the best on the court, no matter where he played at. Like a true point guard in every sense of the word, bro. Like dish that ball, had a jumper from everywhere. Like does everything that you want to see. That's definitely a what if, bro.
What if Ernie Davis ain't get sick?
Ernie Davis got leukemia. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Oh,
What if Mike Vick didn't get caught up in the dog shit?
that's a good one. What would have happened? You think?
Oh yeah, he was like in his prime.
Atlanta never had a squad around him, though, huh?
Yeah, not yet.
No, I
But
don't
that's
know.
but that's what would have made it so good for his prime because he would have been able to swap teams.
But it wasn't like it is now, like where players were really changing teams. Like players didn't have the control that they have now. Like players will legit just say, like, I'm not playing, bro. Like, trade me, I'm not playing. Like back when Vic was there, you had to kind of just do whatever the owners wanted you to do.
Yeah, but he was also kind of so good that he could have potentially pulled a Brady where like, all right, well then you're gonna build me my team.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love Mike Vick, bro. Mike Vick's. I was so geeked when he got a Steelers jersey on. I'm like, oh, we got
Oh,
Mike
dude,
Vick.
yeah, I wish that
People
they
were
would have.
protesting to have me, so I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like,
I wish they would have given him like a better shot at it because he's hands down one of my favorite players
yeah, me
ever.
too, bro. Yeah, me too.
Him,
Why you saying y'all? What you don't like the Steelers either, bro?
no, he don't really rock with him.
I feel like that's a bandwagon
Well,
move.
he's
About to say
only
bandwagon boy.
I feel
furthering.
like- he wasn't with them. He wasn't with them kicking field goals in the arena.
He's only furthering the fact that I'm gonna catch him outside in the alleyway.
When Alex Smith was the quarterback, when Alex
You're gonna be riding home lumped up too.
when Alex Smith was a quarterback, he wasn't rocking with them. No. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, see, I like the honesty. See, I'm a longtime Lakers fan. And I got mad when LeBron came because I'm like, all these LeBron fans are about to be Lakers fans, and people are going to think that I'm one of them.
That's how I am with the Bulls. I've rocked with the Bulls when they're trash,
Yep.
when they're good. Like I don't fuck it. I just like the
Yeah,
Bulls.
same, bro. Like I went through some dark time with the Lakers. Bro. Like, it was some bad times. in
Ain't
there
it
for a
sad
while.
when you're watching a game and you just already know like motherfuckers are gonna lose?
The beginning
but
of the season was like that for us, bro. The beginning of this season was like that. Yeah, that's all. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm not mad. Yeah, that's true.
with a team named like the Pelicans, I don't expect you to ever really do good.
The Hornets are back to the Hornets though. Yeah, Charlotte's the Hornets because they were the Bobcats. Then they went back to the Hornets again. Yeah.
Bring back the Sonics.
Bring back the Sonics. That'd be hard.
Sean
waiting
Kemp,
for it.
one of my
Sean
We
Kemp,
need a
Gary
Pittsburgh.
Payton.
We need a Pittsburgh basketball team.
Well, people support it though. That's always been a thing in Pittsburgh. Like, if we had a basketball team, do you think people would like be at Pittsburgh basketball games?
I believe so.
Hey,
I would.
Speaking of that, I want to give. I figure he probably would want the info out, but my man Ed Tyson, Chef Tyson. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah.
One voice, what's that? Oh yeah. He got the iPrep meals. He filled me in that the ABA team that was in Pittsburgh that isn't anymore. He's in talks to bring it to Connellsville. Like and get like a team of all like the top talent like around here.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah, that's awesome.
A funny thing about the Ville, because we're from Collinsville.
Yeah, me and Tyson talk a lot.
We haven't caught
that's the
that.
guy.
But the Greyhounds are owned by Tuffy.
Tough
Yeah. By Tuffy Schallenberger from Collinsville. So I could definitely see that being a thing. The Riverhounds, my bad, not the Greyhounds. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, the soccer team, is owned by Tuffy Schallenberger from Collinsville. So that'd be dope. That'd be dope. But I don't know if a local team would really have support. I guess that's are we a big enough market to really pull in?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would hope so. I would love that.
Maybe not
I would love that so much. I
maybe
would
not
stop.
2 generations ago,
You think now?
but
Though?
yeah, I think now there's a lot of support for it.
Yeah, I guess like
Even locally, I
That's
can
what I'm
think
about
of
to say.
how many people play basketball heavy that are like our age now that would definitely take their kids to basketball games.
True, true. Because they had a team at one point.
Hell,
in time,
everybody in this room already wants to buy a ticket for a team that don't exist.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, bro. I'm on board. We had a team back in the day though, right? And that's why the Fish to Save Pittsburgh. That was the movie that they had about the Pittsburgh team. Um, and I guess it didn't work for that reason. Though. They just didn't have the fan support. But to your point, maybe we're ready for it now. Maybe at that time it just wasn't the time, but maybe now.
yeah,
Because you seen like you went to those pit games, right?
Yeah.
And how was the crowd there?
Oh, it was a great crowd.
Yeah. So maybe we are
yeah,
ready.
because back then it was still like a huge, like even bigger than it is still now, like huge still town, still area, and that's football.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Like that's the not trying to like stereotype, but those types of people that did those jobs back then,
Be
they
more
was
inclined to like football as
yeah,
opposed to basketball.
yeah.
That's the PC way to do it.
So like nowadays, I feel like there's way
It's a
more.
different generation. No,
Yeah.
you're probably right about that. I would love it, bro. Black and gold, bro. I love it. I'm on 2K building that team every time, all the time. I do it all the time.
And there's no way that the jerseys wouldn't look like
Oh, they're hard.
retro and awesome
Yeah,
as
they're
fuck.
gonna be hard.
Like black and gold on a
Black and
jersey
gold are
can
just
only
the
go
dopest
so many ways, and it's
the
gonna
dopest
be
color,
hard.
bro. I think we're fortunate for that. We definitely got the dopest colors. Like black and gold is
Mm-hmm.
so hard to me, bro. For sure.
Is it black and gold?
Black and yellow. That was the car. Isn't that what everybody said? Oh, he's talking about the car. Was he talking about the car? I seen interviews where he said he was talking
Really?
about the car. Yeah.
I thought he was. I don't know. Maybe.
Now we're gonna have that. Wiz, we need to know.
Is it the car?
Is
I
it
think
the
I think I
car?
heard I heard him say that it was because he had the Chevy, right? He had the black and
Yeah.
the Camaro. He had the Camaro.
No, it was a
Yeah, the black and yellow.
Challenger.
Was it a Challenger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a Camaro.
The funniest.
I thought it was, yeah. Cause Chevy, them boys was riding and them
Yeah.
them boys was right, yeah.
The funniest thing about black.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he does.
Um,
The funniest thing about black and yellow though is like becoming like the Steelers anthem at the time is
Yeah.
like I just always remember Wiz like saying like in the studio like how he didn't like sports at all, and then he had a song that pretty much became the sports anthem.
yeah.
That's
ironically. Ironic enough. Isn't that
You know when he first heard that.
What's that?
yeah, green and yellow.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
around at the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when the Packers beat us in the Super Bowl.
yeah.
too.
Me and my friend went down there for that.
Yeah, that
friend
sucks.
Leonard.
I can only imagine
Dallas,
like
Dallas for that.
now knowing that he didn't care about sports when he
Now
first,
he embraces it though. Like,
Yeah,
now
like-
I see him out like
Probably made him a lot of money.
yeah. Now
when
he's
he
waving the
first
towels.
heard
Yeah.
that his song was gonna be the intro for the Steelers. You know, he's probably like, "You fucking shitting me?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Could you imagine? Me and my brother were joking about that the other day, like, because I was joking about making some song, like it was a stupid like reference. He was like, "What if that's the song you blow up on? Like it's the song that you absolutely hate." Could you imagine blowing up off of the song that you hate the most? Like how to you got to perform this song no matter what, and you just hate to do it. Bro.
it's like on Joe Dirt. Is this how you want Jesus to see when you come when you come back?
Right. Like no, this is not it. Like I have other material. People that are like, "No, we want to hear that song, bro. Play that song."
Hey, speaking of like sports anthems, like that was a goal of mine recently that I've just been lazy about. That didn't get it done in time for this year, but like one of my goals in the future is to have like if you ever went to a Pirate game, like this song that they play on the scoreboard, like at the
Oh
beginning,
yeah.
like I want that. I want that song. So what my plan was is to take my song "It's a Berg Thing" with Wiz, like which isn't out anywhere, and just like mess around with the lyrics a little bit and make it into like a little pirate theme.
That's all.
That's sick.
So we'll see.
That's where a lot of money is too. That stuff's lucrative, bro. If like you get into like video games, or if you get
Oh
like,
yeah.
those type of spots in like it's so much money to be made in that stuff. And I always think about that. Like I would love to hear my song on like 2K or Madden. Or
That's
something
we
like
were last week when we talked to No Company Music Group. Shout out Real PAJ. We was sitting here talking, and he makes beats, and he's talking about how at some point he wants to be doing like the soundtrack, like background music for like
Movie scores.
movies
Yeah,
and
scores.
shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And it's like I respect and appreciate that while he enjoys music, um
He's still thinking about the business aspect of it.
like well not just that, like he wants to be on a bit bigger platform, like you know what I mean, he enjoys the music aspect of it, but it's like, dude, imagine if you're the guy that did the background music
Yeah,
for a
bro.
Pixar movie.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the music's so essential to those things. Like, we don't even realize how big the music is in those movies and those different
Yeah.
scores are. Like, it makes the movie for like you get anxious because certain music come on. Like if it just played, like if the movie just played with no music, you'd be like, this is dumb as hell. Like I don't get this.
Oh no, the door is opening.
Yeah, you wouldn't feel anything. But that music be intense, you're like, oh snap, bro.
So, bitch, there's a draft in the house. Close that door.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, that's brilliant, bro. I would love to. And if you could pull off that pirate mode, bro, or even the pirates come out to like intro music too. That'd be dope.
Yeah, and they also have like, I don't know if they're doing it again this year. They have like a Friday night thing where they like showcase bands or something. I'm trying to get on that.
Yeah, that'd be
So,
sick. Hey, if you ever want to do high school soccer intro music, I got a plug with the coach.
definitely be down.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about soccer.
We'll get my
but
man
we'll make it
Vernon.
work.
Shout out Vernon Chandler. Yeah, he's in the
Oh, yeah.
process of being the AG coach. I'm pretty hyped about that.
That's what's up. Hopefully
Yeah,
much
he
success to them
messaged
boys.
me. He messaged me one night and was like, "Man, it's crazy." He was like, "After we had the interview, you asked me if I ever wanted to like move up from what I'm doing." He's like, "I ended up getting an offer to go to AG."
Spoken into
I was
existence.
like, "Oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
bro, that's sick." And he was like, "Yeah, for some reason when you said it, it made me like really want to follow it." I'm like, "That's fucking awesome. I'm happy
Hopefully that deal with Sony come through now. We was talking
Yeah.
about earlier.
Oh, it's gonna happen."
Yeah, get that Sony deal smacked.
It seems like I always put good juju out for everybody that like comes around me, but for some reason my good juju is like
Because you just
slow
said
to
that.
build.
You're saying that. You shouldn't say that.
Like my boy Art, he out Cali doing his thing now. Just all because I seen this post. Dude was looking for a videographer and I tagged him in it and was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, my boy ain't afraid to travel to do some work and he ain't got too many ties around here, so he down to move."
Yeah.
Boom, next thing you know, he riding around an old boy Bentley doing videos for him.
That's hard. That's hard. Shout out to bro. For sure.
Yeah, shout out Art Like Us, Xavier Thomas.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, it's getting about that time, and I'm so happy that you got to finally come through. And I wish we could talk
appreciate
more,
that.
but you're gonna be through with him often, I imagine.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
we'll definitely get to chat more. I appreciate you guys for coming on. And
Thanks for
is there
having me.
anything else you want to say to the people before we head out?
No, I just appreciate you guys having me. Definitely.
Oh, most
Always
definitely.
down to come through. Last show before the tour, I guess I didn't mention that. Monday at Craft House in Pittsburgh, opening up for Ritz. So
Oh,
I don't know if
figured
you-
that was gonna happen. It's all. I mean, it's all good where they
Yeah.
can still hear us and everything.
oh, okay, yeah, but yeah, not sure if you've ever been to Craft House, but
That's a
it's
dope
a
venue.
great venue there. They got bowling, they got a cigar bar, they got a little bit of everything there. Great food.
What
Time's
time?
the show?
Monday, I think doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. It's an early one, so Monday night.
Well, depending on how quick we get a live performance banged out, we may be able to make it, but it might be a
that'd be
little
great.
late.
Yeah, I got a couple free tickets for you guys.
Oh hell yeah, I appreciate that.
And Rich is dope too. That'll be dope. It's gonna be a dope show.
Oh yeah.
You guys familiar with Ritz? I don't know much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rich is,
you
he
probably
was-
know stuff more. Than I
Yeah, he
just
was
know
down
him from
with
the
Yellow
Mike Posner.
Yeah, he was down with Yellow before.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard a couple songs like back in the day, but that was about it.
Fox Chevy with Yellow.
Yeah.
White Jesus was crazy.
He was Mike Posner too, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a song like that.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Mike Posner wasn't bad.
Posner was hard, bro.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure.
Really?
I walked with him a couple years ago on his walk across America.
Oh,
And
that's sick.
if you get any chance to look, he has
His
a
video.
he has a song called "Look What I've Become" with Ty Dolla $ign, and I'm in that video.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up now. All right, guys, everybody, that's your mission now. Look that video up. See if you can spot Shonsky. Put it in the comments. Come back to this video. Put it in the comments. Let us know you found him.
You're welcome, Mike. Got you million, 5 million views
Yeah, at least.
because I was in.
And we will catch you guys next Wednesday on Bullshittin' with Jesse and the Bunch.